Hey everybody, let's make it pop. It's Matthew Reinhart here, and today we're gonna make a DIY pop-up T-Rex chomp card. Look at that. Youch. So first what you're gonna need to do is to print out the templates onto cardstock. And you're gonna see two types of black lines on the templates. And the solid black line is where you're going to cut. And the dotted lines, which we're going to start with first, every black dotted line, we're going to actually make a fold line, and it's called scoring. So we're going to use a paper clip, a big paper clip that you're comfortable with, and also a ruler. We're going to lay the ruler up along each of the dotted lines, and then use our paper clip just to rub it along those dotted lines and along the edge of the ruler, so it keeps it straight. And we're pressing down just a little bit. And what we're doing is we're going to make it easier for us to fold along all of those dotted lines when we actually make the pop-up. By the way, Kirsten here is giving me a hand. Say hi, Kirsten.
Hi.
Hey, Kirsten is helping me out with her hands, and I'm going to do the talking. And you're going to see that there's even a base page that we're going to follow along. After we've scored all the dotted lines, next we're going to actually cut out the pieces. And there's only 3 pieces for this pop-up. There's the 2 pop-up pieces and the base page. Whenever you see a black solid line, that's where you're going to cut. Now, if it's too hard to cut with such a big sheet of paper, feel free to cut it right in half. And this way, it's a little easier for us to manipulate the paper. And if you can see, the best way to cut here is actually, this way you can keep your scissors pretty much in the same position, and you just move the paper. So she just actually rotates the paper to go with the direction of the scissors. Look at that. Isn't that cool the way she does that? Make sure to take your time when you're cutting out things. And if the piece of paper, if you have extra scrap on the side that you don't need, cut it off, and then you'll have a smaller piece of paper to work with. Just like that. Sometimes those teeth, those are going to be hard. So it just cuts out each part separately and moves it just like that. Pulls out the little triangle. So you can do that with all the teeth. So take your time. I think it's kind of fun to cut out stuff. I love to see the shape of the paper, the shape emerge from the piece of paper when we cut out all the pieces. It's really cool. And we get to make a mess. If you have large pieces of cardstock left over from this pop, save it. Keep it for scrap, because you never know when you might need those pieces later on. I have these huge scrap boxes filled with extra paper that I try to use, because you don't want to waste it. You want to make sure, and if you don't use it, you can always recycle it. But it never hurts to have like big pieces of scrap paper around in case you need to use it for some other project, because you might want to use it in one of my art class videos, which you can check out as well on my channel. And then you're going to cut out the base page just like that, super easy. Now we're just going to pre-fold some of the pop pieces. So there's the base page, and we're just going to fold it right down the middle, just like that. Doesn't actually make that noise. That was me making that noise. Then we're going to fold the jaw piece, this lower jaw piece, just in the middle like that, and then the side tabs, just like that. We're just pre-folding some things, which way that they're going to go, and that. Very nice. And now let's do the top head piece. We're just folding it in place. And there we go. There's the headpiece. And you can see that we actually have the lines on the inside, not the outside, because we're going to color on that outside. Now, before we glue down our T-Rex head, we better decorate it. So we're going to decorate. We're going to use some crayons. You can use markers. You can use anything. We're going to need to color and decorate the T-Rex's head before we glue it down. So you can use markers, crayons. You can use colored pencils. You can use metallic markers. You can use glitter. But you got to make sure if you use glitter or anything that has glue in it, you got to let it dry first before you actually do any more. Make the pop-up actually pop up. You can even decorate the base page. Just make sure you don't paint or color into any of those little gray areas that are on the card. Now we're going to use some white glue, just like this. We're going to glue down the different tabs. So see these tabs B and A right there? So they glue right there. And they glue something like this. So we're going to first put some glue inside the little gray areas on the base page. See where it says glue A here and glue B here? And you can see she doesn't use a lot of glue. She kind of paints it just into that gray area. And now we're going to lay that tab. See how it fits just like that? See, the tab is actually shaped like the A space, just like that. Put it right into place. Very good. You can press it down. And then, once it's sort of staying in place with our glue, then we're going to do the other side. And it should fit perfectly on area B. Press it down. And be patient. Let it dry for a few seconds. Sometimes I'll press it with my fingers, just like that. And that's the way the jaw fits, right in there. So those tabs go there. So we got the lower jaw working. Now let's do the upper part of the head. We're going to take those tabs. And that, see, the shapes fit exactly those gray areas for area C and D. So what do we do again? We use some glue. This is white glue that you can use. It's just regular craft glue. You can use Elmer's glue, whatever you like. We're going to paint it into that area. Some people like to use glue sticks. If it's a good glue stick, then maybe yes. But white glue, craft glue works the best. See how that shape just fits right in there? That's shape C, just like that. Just gonna press it down into place. Yeah. It's one side. And if you don't get it right, you just move it a little. It's still wet. Now let's glue the other side down. You could also use, if you didn't have glue, you can use double-sided tape, but you have to make sure that the double-sided tape fits into that little gray area. So it's a little tougher. Glues it just a bit better. Now we're starting to see our T-Rex, but one thing's missing. See this little glue tab here? We can't forget about that. This will glue his nose together. So I'm going to add, there's a little gray area in there, and we're going to need to add some glue on that little tab. And it's going to fit on the inside. So instead of gluing on the outside, we're actually going to fold it under, just like that. See where it goes? Just right there. Now we're going to pinch it shut. See, it goes right into place. See how it fits together? Pinch it shut. Just like that. He pinches his nose. Now he's talking like this. It's a T-Rex that talks like this now. And then once it dries and it's in place, all right, now it's time to decorate. Let's get going. Use some colored pencils or markers. Do the outside of the card. It's just as much fun to decorate the outside as it is the inside of the card, right? You could turn this card into anything. You can make it a birthday card. You can make it any kind of card you wanted to. Or you could just be a big dinosaur. Rawr, he's going to bite you. Look out. Look out. I've made a few dinosaur pop-ups in my day. But this one's pretty cool. Don't you love it? It comes out and it just bites you. This is how it should work. We're looking at it from the upside and the downside. And chomp. He needs to go to the orthodontist, I think. All right, that's it. You made your very own T-Rex pop-up card. Hey, we made it pop, right? Oh, cool. Rawr. Look at that. All right, if you've enjoyed this video, be sure to hit like and subscribe. And if you want more, check out my channel. There's all kinds of cool pop-up crafts that you can do, different art classes, and if you have any ideas for something else, let me know down in the comments. And I'll see you next time. Keep on popping.